Many people have an aversion to reptiles, particularly snakes. However, when people come to the realization that turtles are reptiles just as well as their legless cousins, their stance on this group of ectothermic animals tends to shift. Many people recall fond memories of when they were kids of the 5 and dime stores selling little green turtles as pets. These little green turtles were in actuality the common red-eared slider that thrives in this state. Red-eared sliders naturally occur in just about every area of this state, with the western edges of the Panhandle and the far west Texas region being the exceptions. From here, they range all the way east to the Mississippi Valley. However, they have been introduced into just about every state in the Union through careless pet owners who have released them into the wild. In fact, they can now be observed in every continent on this planet save Antarctica. This species of aquatic turtle occupies just about any lake, pond, canal, river, or even spring-filled creeks in its range. All that is required for their survival is that there must be at least a minimal amount of vegetation available for cover and for feeding. As the common name implies, the most diagnostic characteristic used in identifying this species is the broad red stripe that runs diagonally from the corner of the eye to the back of the head, to where the ear is located. This red ear is most visible on younger turtles. The carapace, or the top shell, is olive green or brownish, with many yellow lines that run vertically on the scales. The bottom shell, known as the plastron, is yellowish with many irregular circles that are on each scale. The legs and neck are green, and just like the carapace, are marked with many thin yellow lines. Occasionally, all of these colorations on older adult males will fade to the point that the turtle is just olive black in overall coloration, including the telltale red ear. This native turtle is medium-sized, with sexually mature adults ranging in carapace size from 7 inches to 1 foot in length. Females are the larger sex, attaining lengths of up to 1 foot, while the males are much smaller, attaining a carapace length of only about 8 inches. Mature males can also be distinguished from the females by the presence of elongated nails on the front legs. Mating in this species occurs in the spring, beginning with males stroking the females along her head with these elongated nails in a bizarre yet quite romantic courtship. After mating, the female will lay her clutch of 8 to 17 eggs in late spring. To do so, many females will travel long distances over land to find a suitable nesting area. Many are killed along roadways during this time, and many more are picked up by well-to-do persons who want to re-release them back into the water, all the while unknowingly disrupting her nesting pattern. Once the eggs are successfully laid in the nest, which is dug out with the hind legs of the mother, they incubate for approximately 2 to 3 months. Once the young hatch, they must make the perilous journey back to the water all on their own. Red-eared sliders are by far the most commonly noticed aquatic turtle in this state, with large groups often congregated in the same area to bask on logs, rocks, and other debris in the water. They are also a good example of how animals that have been in captivity should not be re-released back into the wild, especially in an area where they do not naturally occur. This species has been propagated and sold commercially for over 6 decades, and most of these specimens have either died or were released into areas where they were not native to, and the local wildlife is now suffering in certain areas. For example, the presence of red-eared sliders in places such as the pools of Cuatro Ciénegas, Coahuila, Mexico, have taken a toll on the native slider turtle that occurs there and only there. It is now rare to find an endemic slider in Cuatro Ciénegas that does not have the genetic influence of the non-native red-eared slider. It is always the responsible duty of a pet owner to find a foster home for their pet when they become unwanted.